All right, this is the stock market. We're going to take a brief short-term view of SPX. We have talked about the fact that the intermediate patterns suggested that the market would decline into early May and then get a rebound. And that rebound would probably take you up through late May to early June. And now there's been a lot of damage on those intermediate patterns, and we don't actually think that the upside is going to be as strong as we had originally thought. The timing could be right for a rally, but again, it's not likely going to be as long-lasting and as sharp on the upside. Still, from the low that we saw this week, the S&P 500 could get a pop of 220, 225 points, maybe even 275 points. The resistances I'm going to show you are very key. Now, our patterns have changed a little bit, and that happens when markets get severely oversold on the downside. What happens is that the buyers, the short covering, comes in very quickly on the really short-term patterns, and you get these big upward spikes that come and then fail pretty quickly. And that shortens up what we call the cycle rhythms. And I'm going to show you that in here, and we've shared that with our members today. So we're going to move off this Tesla chart, and I'm going to move to SPX and put it up on the daily chart. So for those of you that are brand new and looking at this for the first time, we look at cycle analysis, which has these rhythms in the market, and those half moons or half circles you see in the bottom are simply a drawing tool. Here on Thinkorswim, if you go to the drawing tools on the bottom, you see this little thing right there. That's these kind of wave actions as you see. And we use that as a guide. And what this movement in here is simply money flow that we look at. So we have a sharp rebound going on right now. And it doesn't quite mean that this particular decline that we've had is over with. It is just potentially a small rebound. Now, these yellow areas right over here, those come into play when you get into these third minor cycles right in here, lining up with what we call a nesting on the dominant cycle. Now, the harmonics that we had in here were 12 and 36. With a 24 cycle in there that had been losing power. And we've removed that 24 because it really is not lining up well anymore. In addition to that, these harmonics are shortening in duration. We had looked for a bottoming phase here May 3rd to May 10th, and we got a bottom on here on May 2nd, and then a rally, but that rally failed very quickly, and that has a very negative message to it. So what that means is that this next cycle in here is likely, the highest probability is that you had your bottom and failed already, and that would set up only these rallies into these minor resistance areas as that you see here. So what that is going to look like is that there's a lot of chop and rallies that fail, and then out over here is a period of some bigger risk. So as we get towards the first week of June to maybe the third week of June is that last minor cycle right in there. So let's take a look just these last cycles right here, and you can see where we are right now. Now, as I said, these minor cycles in here, which were averaging around 12 days, are shortening. You can see in here, this was a 10-day cycle. This was a 10-day. This low right over here is only 8 days. If that's the low, you really get a sense for how these cycles are shortening up. However, you can see what happened right in here is this was an 8th day low. You had a big rally day, and the next day it got whacked. And that could happen right in here for a day or two on the downside after this rally day on Friday. If this continues to go up for a couple days, then you'll know that it's shortened up again by a little bit, and we're basically in this rally period right here. It's a little hard to tell right now. The probabilities are still high this will fail. It's important to note that momentum is a very important aspect of the work that we do. Our momentum indicator on the daily chart is the slim ribbon, and you can see that right in here. And as it widens, it gives you more negative momentum conditions. And it often acts as support and resistance, as you see happened right in here, as you rallied into the resistance area and then you failed below this level. So what we're looking at here on the bottom is the slim ribbon PO, which is the signal indicator for the slim ribbon. And when it's red, it's negative momentum. And when you get the arrows, it is resumptions on the downside. And you can see how fantastic that was looking at that. If I go way, way back and I look at a time frame when the stock market was bullish, way, way back over here before the stock market peaked, and you can see those cycles in there. You can see it's green and giving you the up arrows, and the market continued to move significantly to the upside. Now where we are is the slim ribbon PO right in here, giving you these negative signals, as you can see, and suggesting that rallies will continue to fail. And sometime right over here, you're liable to get another one of those because the slim ribbon's probably going to give you resistance right in there. So what are the upside targets for this rebound that we're in right now? If it holds or it doesn't hold, and let's say it comes back down over here, this is still the minor resistance sell zone area. That's based on this peak to this bottom right over here in this swing high, swing low analysis. And these resistances, which right now the market is getting close to, are at about 40.30. The middle one, the 50% level, is 40.82, and this one is 41.40. The bottom of the resistance that comes from here to here is right over here at 41.65. So if the market really got some legs and a rebound on the upside, 41.38 to 41.66, that would be, in my opinion, the extreme on the upside, and I would look for big failures anyway out on here. So what this looks like right in here is that the time frame for the rally is something out in towards the third week of May, up to these levels. That would still be, if it made it up here to 41.40, that would be like a 280-point rally in here. And I was saying to some of my trader friends, I thought we'd get a 250 to 300-point rally off of the lows, and then it would fail. So that's really what it looks like. Either this is this minor low, or it will fail here and comes down one more time like it did right over here, and then you'll get that next rally in here. Right now, for very short-term traders, it looks like you could trade your bias on both sides. However, when momentum is negative, as you see right over here, your long side trades have to be much smaller. In other words, I even say a quarter of what your normal trading is on the long side because of the risks of failure, as you saw through this whole period right in here. So, I mean, from this peak here where it was a negative momentum in the S&P 500, 4,500, all the way down here to 3850, that's 650 points on the downside because this negative momentum joining in with the intermediate pattern negative momentum pushes so hard on the downside. It's still here. That has not changed. And while we're looking for this rebound potentially out to the third week of May, potentially to this level or this level, it still suggests that the market will continue to fail. And ultimately, if you watch the previous look at the FANG stocks that I did, and if you didn't watch it, go back to the Market Week show and look at it. It projects out, a way out into really August, September, October for the ultimate low. This cycle right over here, this next one over there, bottoms out in July. And then the next one out of there will bottom in September. So there are a lot of these harmonic families in here that are going to point to the downside for that long period of time, and that's the nature of this bear market. You could get big rallies, as I said, but they are very likely to fail, and we're going to look for this one that it's in right now to maybe pull back or maybe not, and then ultimately come up somewhere close to the third week of May up into these resistance areas that I spoke of. And then more failures on the downside. As you could see, these cycles are now projecting. So these do change based on the information we get out of the market, and the information is fresh every day, of course. So we look at this and we update it every day, and what we bring are the highest probabilities based on the sum of the evidence analysis. You want to know how bad the condition of the market is? Here is all of our proprietary indicators right in here. I'm showing you where we're looking at the S&P 500, the QQQ, the IWM, the Dow Jones Industrials, and the Transportation Index. All of our four major indicators that we have developed proprietary for our level 4 members are all very, very negative, and rallies, though they could come under these conditions, are very likely to fail. This is really a bad picture that you see right over here. This is our market monitor, and if you want to get our market monitor, all you have to do is become a level 4 member. That's it for the S&P 500 and a really potential continued bounce with a overall quite dismal picture for the stock market. And again, go back and look at that video I did on the FANG stocks, that little segment earlier in the show, and you'll see what I'm talking about. If you want to get our weekly and daily analysis on the S&P 500, NASDAQ, and the VIX, of course, that's in our Future Speak show. You could get that following this clip right over here. If you're watching this on YouTube, you're going to see what this special is for level 3. It is mind-boggling. 10 different pieces of analysis that we bring you, analytical services for our level 3 special, and that's coming up right after this segment. If you're watching it on YouTube, if you watch the whole Market Week show, you will see it at that point also. So go back if you scroll past it and look at that level 3 special. It is incredible. And this is our special trial offer for level 3, education, analysis, and support for traders and active investors. Here are 10 reasons to become a level 3 member. Take a look. And then you can see what our special discounts are for 1 and 3 month trial memberships, where you could sign up at the top of our front page or write to Matt at askSlim.com for information. Here are those 10 reasons. First one is we offer you our Slimulator ranking system. This is an amazing page where you get the 84 best traded symbols with weekly and daily charts with cycle analysis that's updated every day, momentum conditions in 3 time frames, and some of the evidence directional bias on all of our 84 best traded symbols that we look at. Also, what you'll get, number 2, is our trade ideas. This is analysis to help with directional decisions, target zones for entry, and for the levels that we believe they're going to go to based on this analysis. And you get a teaching video with every single idea. Arvi does an amazing job with that. You can just roll over and it highlights the trade idea and the status of those ideas, or you can click the bell on the bottom for notifications. You can also get our stock index report. This is a daily snapshot of which Matt does just a spectacular job with this. He brings you so many things. Here are just a few examples. Trend, momentum, technical evidence comparisons on the 3 different indexes, and our 2-hour charts with our proprietary studies on there, and our daily chart with the cycle analysis, slim ribbon, reversal scout, and so much more that's in there as guides you through your index trading. You'll also get our live stream SIR, stock index report, on the SPX, NASDAQ, and Russell. These are 15-minute charts with support, resistance, and acceleration zones, and our reversal scout. This helps you stay on the right direction for where momentum is that day, and those yellow zones show you where it's likely to accelerate down through, and of course support and resistance. This is where there's a high probability that it will stop in either direction. Also live are our live charts on chart streams with all of our proprietary studies On the left here, what you see is, again, how you access that 15-minute charts with the SIR intraday, and then 10 more symbols in here with all of our proprietary studies running live. You don't need any special platform. You just do it through our platform, and you will just be amazed at the quality of this information that you will have in here. Also, you'll get our complete video library. We put 3 new videos in each week. There are 9 video categories, over 500 videos in there, and you can see all the categories: Future Speak, Tools for Text, Trader Psychology, IRAMO, Stock Sectors, Big Picture Analysis, Style Strategy Plan, Market Week, of course, with the archive, and our askSlim live archives, where you can see what our live events look like. You'll also get our new cycle low timing tracker. This is our focus list with the phasing of the cycle analysis that we do, where it gives you the time frames for big downside risk, latent cycles, bottoms pending, and bottoms in place, and more, to help you get a good sense for the condition of these best traded symbols. Also, you'll be able to participate in our Discord server. There are lots of things on here, questions that we'll answer in every single category that you have. And then our analytical team runs what they call office hours 2-3 times a week, where you go in and you can ask questions live. It's just an amazing way to be part of our community and to be in touch with our analytical team. You're also going to get our brand new in beta futures hub. On that left, you can see the indexes, treasuries, currencies, metals, energies, grains, and softs. The colors show you the conditions based on the intermediate conditions. The video is down here for Future Speak, and if you click on any of them, it opens up this window over here. You'll get our weekly chart, daily chart. You'll get the individual video analysis, where you can go right to the Future Speak show, to that spot on the video. If you click on this, it opens up, gives you all of our technical details, timing for bottoms, cycle conditions, and more. And if you're a level 4 member, this is where the TOS link is. There's nothing like this anywhere, with all of this analysis on all of these futures for traders, active traders, that you can get anywhere. Nothing like this, absolutely anywhere. Fantastic. And then you will also get our Slimulator Momentum Tracker. This is for position traders, longer term holders, over 1,000 symbols, 22 different watch lists. This is where you're going to get all of our information, like our directional bias for an outlook of 3+ months. And you can see we let you know what we believe the conditions are on these individual 1,000+ stocks that are in there. All of this with our built-in algorithms. Just unbelievable information that you will get from this app. It's just great. All you have to do is go to askSlim.com. This is the final week. There's only 1 week more of this, and you can go to the top page and sign up now, and you'll have a choice. You could take a 1 month for 50% off. That means everything I just showed you for $59.50 for the first month. Normally it's $119 a month. But you could take a 3-month trial and get 30% off. You'll save more. You'll save $125. And that only comes out to $77.33 for the first 3 months each. Unbelievable information. You want more info? Write to Matt at askSlim.com, or go to the top of that website at askSlim.com and click Sign Up Now, and you'll be able to get this amazing information. All of this, 10 different reasons. No other site gives you this type of comprehensive analysis with all of the support we bring. Don't be alone as a trader. Go on our Discord server and you'll be able to get info from our analytical team. This is just amazing. Please go and sign up right now. Only 1 more week to go.